Hello, people of the internet.
Hello, YouTube!
YouTube.
Ooh.
And today we're doing something different. We're going to be reviewing a game. Dun, 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 dun.
Sounds lame.
I'm gonna go cry in a corner now. I am actually playing while talking about this, unlike some people who just record a shitty scene and then talk over it.
Yeah, we are reviewing Fallout 4.
On the PC.
Yes.
I thought I'd put it out there. Me and you are running pretty much a similar rig anyway, aren't we?
Mine's a bit beefier, but yeah, otherwise than that, yeah.
What do you mean a bit beefier? Just because you've got more cooling in it doesn't mean it's beefier.
More cooling in a bigger case.
More cooling in a bigger case. We've got the
Same
graphics card.
graphics.
Same graphics card. I got a better CPU than you.
I think our CPUs are the same.
I'm running the one that's recommended for this game.
Mine's higher recommendation than the
Okay,
game.
sorry. Then yours is a bit beefier than mine. My bad. Shut up. And yeah, we're going to talk about this game and what our thoughts about it are. Because
Just ignore the starting comments. We've been having a little rant earlier because we haven't spoken in a couple of weeks.
we've
busy.
gameplay. We'll start off with gameplay. That seems a good place to start,
Place.
doesn't it? So all in all, well, it feels like a Fallout game, doesn't it? The combat system.
More of the same.
More of the same, basically. The VAT system's taken a bit of a nerf that I don't mind because it was tremendously OP.
It was, yeah. I mean, like, it throws the game now, whereas now it slows time down.
Yeah.
But when you say, like, it's just like every other Fallout game, like we said that,
Yeah.
we're talking about Fallout 3 in New Vegas because, Black Magic New Vegas. We'll ignore that comment.
What's wrong with New Vegas?
Let's not get into it.
Oh no, wait. Sorry, I know what you mean. Sorry, I was having a bit of a dope moment.
Okay, but it's essentially like the older games, like 3 in New Vegas, as I've said.
Yeah.
It's just much more of the same, but it's just more of a higher standard.
Yes, but loads of people complain about the shooting. We had this conversation before, actually, didn't we?
We did.
And loads of people bitching about. Am I allowed to use that word?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just sure what rating we're keeping this.
Fuck PG ratings, mate.
Yeah. Well, there we go. You've just ruined it in 5 seconds anyway.
Drop the F-bomb!
Yep. So basically, people complaining that, oh my god, you can't aim down a barrel and things like that, and I can't have an issue with it. To be fair, I can aim perfectly fine in this game.
I mean, well, when you're walking around handheld, you've got it.
When you've got a
hip
pistol.
firing.
Yeah, hip firing's terrible. And people who play it in third person, yeah, that's just shame on you.
I play it in partial third person when I want to see my character and
Yeah,
walk
when you're
around.
walking around,
When I'm in
it's fine.
combat, it's back to first person every time.
And I do like the breathing as well.
Being able to hold your breath, yeah,
Yeah.
that was a really good feature to be added in.
But if you were to all constantly have perfect aim like you have in, let's say, Call of Duty, or
I'm here to kill you all with my knife. Yeah, just stabby.
okay, yeah, we'll go with that.
I think the only good thing about Call of Duty, like the new Black Ops, is probably the zombie mode.
We're not reviewing that today.
We're talking about COD in general. Come on.
Oh,
Zombie mode is the only good thing about it.
fair enough. Yeah. Sorry to all those 12-year-old kids out there.
Pew pew.
But yeah, I can't find a problem. And people are saying there's a load of frame rate drops while shooting. One of all, don't play on a console because the console sucks. Even though I do respect the
Depends.
console, but
Depends.
not-
Is it the
the
Xbox
problem is
or the PS4?
everyone's
I like
complaining
the
about
PS4.
frame rate drops, and then people complain about that the visuals aren't good enough. You can't have both on a console. You got good visuals that you wanted. Don't expect it to be 100% perfect at the moment. They can either nerf the visuals even more, and you get perfect frames, but it will look shit. And then you'll complain it looks like Fallout 3. Would you agree?
I second that. Don't get me wrong, I love the PS4. Guys, I just had to put that out there. I started off on the PlayStation 2, Xbox 360.
Oh,
so
ooh.
made that jump.
No, you started then. That late. I was on the Nintendo 64 and the Genesis.
No, I started on PlayStation because
And I placed.
I used to play with sticks and dirt and action figures.
Wait, you didn't have a bike?
I used to have a bike for playing my action figures, didn't I? I'm a Star Wars one.
You're
and my
Action
dog,
Man.
I did actually have Action Man.
Yeah, I did as well. I can't.
My dog ate my Darth Vader. Anyway, but let's get back to Fallout.
Yeah. But yeah, I think on the PC it looks visually stunning. I mean, at the moment I'm playing it on medium, well, actually high settings for most of the visuals. A couple medium ones just to keep the frame rate up while I'm recording.
Hey.
But you can see it's a definite improvement over the last ones, can't you?
Definitely, it is so much nicer to look at as a game. I mean, I think it's talking about gameplay again. Let's have a look at that like character building mechanism, rather than the mechanics behind that. So good. Building the character, that was actually enjoyable.
Well, we'll go into bugs later, actually.
We'll talk about bugs later.
Yeah.
But no, as like the mechanics behind it was so good.
Yeah, I like. The only thing I didn't like is that for the facial features you got, you didn't get much in the way of body. It was just one setting. I know it works fine for this game, but I thought you'd get a little bit more tweaking on the muscles of like different components, not just your whole body physics.
I didn't mind that so much.
But I mean, it's just me,
face.
it's me being picky to pick something out, kind of thing.
Speaking of picky, gameplay, I hate that they don't show your gun in your body when you holster it.
Oh yeah.
That is one of my biggest pet peeves with it.
That's fair enough, actually. I hadn't noticed that, but now you bring it up, because I play first person quite a lot because I generally run around shooting things like a madman anyway.
Yeah.
So I don't have the time to look at myself unless I'm in a town, and at that point I'm going, what new clothes am I wearing?
I'm looking fabulous!
Damn it, you beat me to it! But yeah, that's pretty much what I do. Let's go on to graphics then, because we already touched on it, so let's finish it off. It is visually stunning on PC.
You look at Fallout 3 and
You look at this, and it's not...
we're going to ignore New Vegas because New Vegas, if people didn't realise, it was made by Obsidian, not Bethesda.
Yeah.
So we'll go back. We're going to ignore that game.
Be
Back in
fair-
Fallout 3, you look at how good the quality is then. I mean, let's talk about console quality here because
Yeah.
majority of people do play consoles.
Yeah, that is true.
Apart from us on PCs, obviously.
Yeah.
But you look at the quality of Fallout 3 and then you look at Fallout 4 and it's like you can see the effort that's gone into it since then. I think Bethesda said they've been working on Fallout 4 since they finished releasing Fallout 3.
That is true, except for it's been delayed due to, well, the constant updates that has come along to a very high degree over the last couple of years, and had to keep restarting the project over again. That is a bit of a pain for us, but I'm glad they did it. So yeah, I think this game's visually stunning anyway, and I know we're running GTX 970s.
Yeah.
And you're running, I'm running a Zotac one personally, and you're running a,
I'm running a OC edition Asus Strix
that is very
GeForce
nice, by the way.
970.
I like yours, I didn't think I could fit it in my case, and then I
It's
realised
quite
I
a
could.
long one.
Yeah, and then I realised I had a lot of space to put it in, so I regret that decision. But yeah, and be fair, I went on the video's website recently, and it's the card that they recommend for playing this game on ultra high, and to make sure that you have a nice stable game. And have you had any issues with frame rate? Even with
I get a few stutterings occasionally when I go into the open world, but you gotta think I'm running it on ultra quality, so the game is trying to render the entire outside world
yeah,
mostly while you're running around.
and
so.
that's an 80 by 80 mile radius. Yeah, I looked it up. Don't worry.
I did.
I looked it up because I'm that kind of person.
But
Plus,
the
somebody
game-
asked me how big it was the other day.
Okay.
Compared to
What,
the old
Skyrim?
games and Skyrim, yeah. I
Skyrim
just said it. I did it first answer with them. It's just massive.
Huge. It's
Then
a
I
big.
So actually, so you agree it's visually stunning,
It's a great looking game.
and I would say on low on PC, it is still better than at least the Xbox One. I don't know about.
We just not talk about the X. But
No, I mean, but low quality is still really, really good. I mean, I wouldn't complain about it, would you?
Yeah, because I've got a PC.
Yeah. Fair enough. I wouldn't.
Sorry, I had to take that day.
Yeah, I know. But for us, it looks nice, and that brings us on to what we were nearly talking about earlier. We'll go on to the companion sets of game mechanics, yes, mechanics. And they're still like thought out. They get in your way quite a lot.
Yes, they do.
The dog, not so much, to be fair, because he's short.
Thinking about it, I mean, I really like the new mechanics-wise. We'll talk about it here, but what do you think of the new way they've introduced your character actually having a voice?
Oh, ooh. That's very interesting, actually, because I have kind of like two opinions of it. One, I like that they've added a story in it that it's very... well, I mean, the story is more in depth than it's ever been, kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I don't like it in the sense that it's kind of taken away from it being you. And it's,
Yeah, like that little voice you'd have in your head of,
yeah,
my character's saying it this sort of style, he's a badass, and
yeah, you
it's very fixed.
you'll put in the situation that you're a dad or a mum looking for your son, and that is your purpose. Not you are your own person, and what you do, if you look for him or not, is all upon you. You are kind of in that set from the get-go, aren't you?
Just making a point here for everyone who is watching this.
I'm not spoiling anything.
Yeah, we're not doing any spoilers for the game.
Yes, or trying not to as best as possible.
We've mentioned it now, but at the start of the video we will put a flag up saying there's no spoilers.
Or,
Back to the...
and if there is a spoiler, I will put spoiler alert on the screen.
Or we can just avoid spoilers in general,
Yeah,
which is
yeah.
easier.
Yeah, but to talk about some things we might
Back
have
to the
to...
companions. They've added a relationship system into the Fallout series, because obviously that was in Skyrim, because of the marriage system, which they touched on. And now you've got... Did Bethesda do?
Hmm.
They do? Evil Within?
Which one are we talking about?
Well, I forgot a feeling that Bethesda did Evil Within.
Can we just ignore it for now?
Oh, this is really nagging me, I'm sorry.
If it comes to your mind, you can just shout it out and people know what you mean. But
If people shout at me, because I feel like I'm doing stupid right now.
you are doing stupid.
Doing a stupid.
Oh, full tag thing. Excellent. Bobblehead. Need that.
Yes, it's made by Bethesda! It was right.
Okay. Okay, but the companion system, so far I haven't really touched on it. You've touched on it a lot more, haven't you?
Companion system. I have a few of the companions. I'm not going into it. But there is a relationship system put into this one. You can actually have a form of lover's relationship with a companion. I'm not going to expand on it any more than that because I don't know much. I don't know that much about it.
Just that it is there and it is a fact.
I did a bit of reading up on it because I was interested in like some of the mechanics behind the game.
There is one mechanic that I know is going to eat Leo kind of a bit because I know he hasn't touched on it. And you can kind of guess where I'm going with this, can't you?
I have touched on this bit. Before you mention it. I've done a few of the bits and bobs to do with it.
Yeah, you're gonna let me spoil it at least.
Spoiler.
Basically, the settlement building. Personally, it's not a necessity in the game that I quite like. That if you want to do it, you can personally go and do it. That, fair enough, I like doing it because I like building and I'm a bit OCD about it. I was waiting for you to have a sarcastic comment then, but
Oh no, I'm restraining myself. I'm letting you have your little rant.
yeah. I enjoy it. I think it's a nice little touch to the game that they've added that if you like doing it, you do get a little bit of bonus in certain areas. It might help you out a little bit. And you can get support when you need it as well for those tough incidences that you could occasionally find yourself into, like with a Deathclaw in your face.
Just so you know, guys, I have actually been murdered by a Deathclaw. They are 10 times scarier than they used to be.
Oh, God, they look so ugly, don't they?
It is the fact that they kill you and the way
But
to kill
you
you.
have a slightly different opinion on it, don't you?
On the settlement building.
Yeah.
No, I kind of agree with what you're talking about. It's just I prefer to focus more on the actual
Shooting people in
storyline.
the face.
I'm less of a, as you've seen like the Minecraft videos we've done, I tend to do a lot of the resource gathering and fighting and things like that because I find that more enjoyable than building stuff.
And I'm the kind of person that you come back to and go, wow, what the hell have you built?
Exactly.
Yeah. I like to have a... Basically, in this game, I haven't really touched on ever settlements, but I like to have a place that I call home that fits me personally, with my power armors and things like that in there. They're just not scattered around
I
like...
don't actually live in one of the major villages. I live in my own little area.
Basically, I just... Where my out power armor stayed is the first house I went to once I got out of the vault, and it's like, this is my new home. And that's where I've stayed for the rest of the game. I'm never going to move. It's too
Still, I
nice.
found it extremely lazy from Bethesda, because in Fallout 3 it's Vault 101, and that's Vault 111.
Oh yeah, that's a good point actually.
Yeah, I thought it was really lazy.
That is, but
Could've made it
actually,
like-
no, I don't know America too well because we're British, so I can't say where Boston actually is compared to
Boston?
where was it? New York. Is it New York?
I
Was the first one?
let's not talk geography because neither of us know where it is.
No. If you give me a map, I would, but I don't know.
So the only place I've been is Dallas.
Yeah,
Loved it. by
I don't
the
know
way.
where it is in relation, so it could be too far away and then I would complain, but at the moment, currently stands is that my geography is not good enough to have an argument against it. So I'll go with it. I'll say I'll go with the fact that I might be completely wrong here, and say it's close, and it makes sense. Just for the sake of the plot.
Okay, let's move on to the next one. Story.
Story.
What do you think of the story? Without going into
There was
detail.
one more mechanic I wanted to go over
Oh,
first.
is there? We'll go back to it.
Okay, one more mechanic. The talking system.
Oh, I fucking hate it sometimes.
Actually, there's two. Sorry. I missed another one.
I fucking
But-
hate the talking mechanic. It's
I
too
like-
vague.
Yeah, it's too vague. I do like that you can walk around in conversations now. And...
Have you tried skipping the conversation with
Yes.
someone? Save again. He goes, huh? Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
great.
that is quite funny to be fair. But on the other hand,
You get the
it's
choices.
too vague. The choices are too vague. It's normally yes, no, sarcastic, or some random thing that if your speech is high enough, you can do.
It's
But
just
it
too
never
vague.
tells you if your speech is high enough.
Whereas in like Fallout 3, you'd have like the full dialogue, so you'd know what you're gonna. Well, not the full dialogue, but along the lines of what you want to say.
But you know what it's for though, because you actually got voice actors for this one.
I know, but still, I
You're
wish
more than-
they'd sort of stuck to that sort of thing, but voice acted it so
Yeah.
it's like a general
I
term of
think
what
it
you're
was
gonna
something
say.
I think it was something that it's a nice add-on, but it wasn't needed. It didn't have to be done. I would have been happy not knowing it was ever going to exist.
What's the other mechanic you want to talk about?
And the other one is the Pip-Boy,
Yes, the Pip-Boy. How did I miss the Pip-Boy?
because you're an idiot. Oh, sorry, did that slip out?
We'll have words
okay.
later.
Yeah, okay. Okay, first of all, it being on your wrist and not in front of you.
Whisper on your wrist. Oh,
No,
you mean the actual device on your
Yeah.
wrist? Yeah, yeah. Companion app.
And the glowing.
Now, let's just make a thing here. I mean, the
I...
Pip-Boy, the physical one, the only problem I have with it, it's only compatible with the consoles.
Hmm. No, it's
like
not. It works on the PC.
Is it really?
I've got it working on the PC.
Well, the companion app.
Yep,
Oh.
it works on the PC.
Mine
You
doesn't
have
work very well.
to choose the option in the menu though, and then restart the thing the first time.
But I'll eat my words. I apologise.
Yeah, you will do because I tried it out the other day because I was interested. And it
Okay.
does work. It works absolutely fine. It's a bit awkward I find on such a small screen though, on some devices.
Before we move on to story, just to bring something up. If you guys want to see our specs or the PCs and monitor
I'll
kit
put it in the
we've
comments.
run, put it in the comments, yeah, and we will probably do an actual recorded video of our actual computers, and we'll write down our specs
Yeah, but
if you want.
if you want. But no,
I don't think you will.
I'll
but-
put down the specs on the bottom of the one I'm currently running, because obviously I'm recording right now, aren't I? So you
Yeah.
can see what's on my monitor and compare it. and what I'm running at. That isn't with what I can fully run, but I'll do that just for the sake of doing it.
Mhm.
And there is one more mechanic.
Another one?
No, that's to do with the Pip-Boy though, is that the quick selection. So you can arrow up and down.
That was
Sideways.
in 3.
Was it in 3? But not to
Yeah.
this detail.
Not to that detail, no, but it was in 3.
But you could select one off, but having a selection of
You
12
could have 4 instead of 12,
is
yeah.
really nice.
Just expand this slightly.
And that it actually pops up with the icons when you do it as well. So you remember where you actually put stuff on the fly
See,
at the moment. If
one
you,
way over that is when I'm in combat and I'm trying to like pull up the quick menu while I'm trying to do stuff, and then I can't do things like, why can't I open the Pip-Boy? Why can't I shoot my gun? Oh wait, the quick menu's open.
Your secretary, Ellie.
yeah.
I haven't actually died doing that, but it did
No.
almost get me killed.
I've only died once so far, and that was literally just before we recorded this.
Died twice.
But I
One
can't tell you what I was killed by because it will ruin
stupid.
it.
Second time I was killed by Deathclaw.
Yeah, I can imagine that.
It was terrifying.
I'll meet you
I
there.
just thought, I'm not wearing any armor, this is going to kill me really quickly.
Okay, I did
Okay.
actually do a main quest then, so you don't know when it's going to happen either, so I haven't actually ruined it. And now I'm going to wander around so I don't ruin anything else, okay?
Just cut that bit from the...
No, because that was the entire way,
record.
so I can't cut it. But never mind, it's fine. Don't worry, it's not a big quest anyway, it's just one of those petty ones that probably won't...
Side quests.
Yeah. But what would you want to go on to next, Leah?
Story!
Story. Yes. So your opinions on it so far?
My honest opinion on the story. It's pretty mediocre. I'm not gonna lie, it's not like the most in-depth story I've played. Like, it's not really... The only reason I really like this game is because it's a Fallout game, and I really like the Fallout games, but the story's not gripping me as much as 3. And since I've finished The Witcher 3... God, I love that game so much. I'm biased
Don't say
here.
anymore.
I'm biased for the Game of the Year.
Yeah. I'm gonna
I
get
can't.
Aqua Boy.
I can't have it. I can't have it. I'm sorry. But no, the story's pretty mediocre. It's for me. It was also like when they told me, I was like, I can sort of guess where this is going. I don't
Yeah.
actually know where it's going,
I
but
have
I've got
heard
a
that
hunch.
the ending is very good, and it's very
Hunch on
surprising.
where it's going.
So
I know it continues after the ending though. They learned their lesson.
yes, they learned their lesson finally. A
Obsidian
couple
did.
slap on the wrists, couple slap on the wrists, and they eventually got it in their
Ooh.
thick heads. But
I think.
I kind of agree with you. The story isn't very gripping, but I think they've done it in a way that it grips you enough to keep you going with the main story, but allows you to not to focus on it, so you can go and explore.
Yes, I'll agree with you.
So if it was if I really wanted to know what was going next, I would never do any side bits. I would literally run through the main quest for the entire game until the ending, and then go wander around. But it's enough that I can say, okay, I'll leave it for a bit, and I'll go do some things, get some more levels, kill some super mutants, or rad roaches in my case because I'm not that good. And I'll come back later.
Yep, I agree with
Yep. So, but at the moment, I still think it sticks you into a situation where you are this one kind of person, and going away from that line to be a badass like I know Leo wants to be. He wants to terrorize the town. It just doesn't happen because you feel bad. It's like, I need to be this father figure. In our case. Unless you're playing a woman. You're not playing a woman, are you?
that. Oh.
Okay, I just wanted to double check that beforehand.
Why would I play a woman? When do I ever play as a woman? Come on.
When the breasts are big enough.
No, even then I don't.
You have to think about it.
I'm thinking about would I do that, and I'm like, nah, I'd still play as a dude.
For the bouncing figure.
Unless I have to play as a woman, like if I'm playing Tomb Raider or something.
Oh yeah. Yeah, but
If I have a choice, I'll always play as a man.
Yeah,
I'm not Jack.
I'm the kind of person that will make a close enough representation to me as possible so it feels realistic.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Except my guy's got a Ronin. But...
I said realistic enough.
Hey, it's close enough to my hairstyle. Just blonde and black now. Changed it again.
So, we both agree that the story isn't the best, but it keeps you going.
Yeah.
What's next on the list?
Sound.
Sound. Ooh, ooh,
Sounds.
yes, sounds.
The ambience.
Ambience.
The gunshot sounds and...
The gunshot sounds are actually very good.
Okay, there's no secret. Everyone knows there's a dog in this game, so we can say that. But no, I watched a video that they released, and they did all the mocap sort of things of an actual dog.
All right.
So
Actually,
it's
I didn't know
actually
that.
based off of a real dog.
But I can say actually I'm very happy that you told me that because I didn't know that.
I can find the video
Fact
and
of the
link
day
it
for
for you.
me. Fact today. But
no.
one thing I would like to say is a massive improvement is that they have actually added gun noise distance into this game.
Oh, the echoing.
The echoing in the streets and everything that can tell you that you don't really want to go this way because you're going to die because you're stupid.
Oh yeah, because you can hear
Yeah.
in the distance. You're
And
like, yeah, I'm going the
If
other way.
you've got decent headphones, I haven't got the surround sound on mine because I'm stupid. I normally play mine through a monitor and hear it, but at the moment it's kind of impairing me a little bit because I'm stupid and I've got headphones on at the moment to record.
I'm glad you said it.
What? That I'm stupid. Yeah, that's not really new.
No.
That's been in the woodworks for quite a while.
I gotta say the ambience of the game, like just the general background music when you're just walking around without fights or anything. It's good.
Okay.
It's relaxing.
I'm gonna ask you about the radio now. I don't.
Oh, we need.
I honestly haven't heard a song that I've really enjoyed on the radio yet.
I don't really listen to the radio
I
at
do
all.
occasionally when I'm wandering around.
I miss Three Dog.
I do miss Free Dog. I'd have to agree with you.
I have not listened to the radio
The
in the
new
full like
guy
this. It's
is-
Three Dog.
It's not really a surprise. The new guy's a little bit whiny, like he. Oh my god, kind of thing, and
Yeah.
it kind of annoys me slightly. And I'm sure that's probably the same for you because he whines a bit too much.
I've only really listened to the radio when I've had to for missions. Other
Yeah.
than that, I just stay clear of it.
Yeah. But
Oh, I've
obviously,
listened to
it's an
Hollow
option. So, if you like him, listen to the radio. And I do like that they've added the radio to pick up signals and things like that for missions that you'll
No,
find later
that's
on.
been instance Fallout 3.
But it's used a lot more in this game, I've noticed.
No, Fallout 3 still had a lot of radio usage.
Oh. I wasn't really that observant.
In Fallout 3, I've literally got so many hours in Fallout 3, it's
I have
stupid.
as well. So.
On console, as. Because
Yeah.
I was an Xbox 360. When they released Broken Steel DLC for Fallout 3, God, I was so happy. What else have we covered? We've covered gameplay, we've covered mechanics, we've covered story, we've covered sound. Controls.
Controls, ooh. I think this is going to be a difficult one because I'm assuming you're playing with an Xbox controller right now.
Yes! 360 controller.
And I'm playing with a 360 controller. And we're playing on PC.
That was up to the old school Xbox players.
Okay, I'm going to say this. Play with a controller. Go buy an Xbox controller.
Depends. I mean, I know personally, I know people that like playing keyboard and mouse.
Yeah.
I like playing keyboard and mouse for certain games, but
I'm
for
gonna,
things like
I'm
Fallout,
gonna say this just on a whim. It is a game that was designed on consoles. So I would always recommend a game that came from a console originally to play it with a controller. Because most of the time it isn't well fitted.
tell you one thing though, doing lockpicking with the mouse is so much faster than using the controller.
Is it?
Yeah, it is.
Well.
You've got more you can be more accurate and controlled with how you move it.
Oh.
Ooh, just thinking, since we talk about controllers and we've essentially just summed it up really. It's sort of like all we can really say on it, it's like playing an average Xbox or PlayStation game. It's very similar, easy to pick up and use.
If it hits off.
Thumbs up.
Yeah.
Okay, the last thing I can think of
Okay.
to talk about. The new perk system.
Oh. Okay. I know
Conclusion,
we have.
this is the last bit.
I know we have two completely different opinions on this because we did talk about this earlier.
Yes.
And I'm going to let you go first because I know you want to rant a little bit. So
I like the old perk system. I hate the new one, it's too complicated. I like the simplistic. You've leveled up. Pick one of these things that are available. I liked that. It was to the point.
I'm going to put it in one way. Dum Dum like Gum Gum.
Dum dum like gum gum.
There we go. That is Leo's way of thinking.
It's simple. It's easy. It's fun to use. This one you've got too much there, and there's a lot of perks in there that are duds and pretty or useless. At least in the way when it was all. I think it's because I liked it listed rather than the way it is now. I think it's more because I think it was
Honestly, the
same sort of choice but listed instead of like the long columns. The long columns.
I'd have to agree with you with some of the perks are a bit stupid. But I'm different because I like it because it allows you to make your gameplay a lot more your own, in a way.
A lot more customization.
It allows for more customization to be yourself. Like, my last one on Fallout, I literally got every perk to do with accuracy and it never really affected the game at all. But now, it does a lot because there's a lot more survival involved, and with the new RAD system where you lose your health and everything, it's important to have something to keep you alive. So you can't.
We didn't talk about the RAD system actually.
I'm doing
Shame
it
on
now.
us.
I am doing it now.
Good man.
Covering it now. But yeah, it's so frustrating that the RAD system, but I'm not going to go into that because it's
I
actually.
like it. I really like it.
I mean, it's a good idea. It does frustrate me a little bit that I forget about it all the time.
I was thinking the old one, you used to have a radiation meter and you'd have health bar.
Yeah.
Whereas this one, they've combined the two. So the more radiation you have, it fills up your health bar with a red line, lessening your total overall health. And I thought that was really clever because it makes you more aware of what's going to cause you radiation sickness, so you're less likely to get in that pond.
Yes, that is true. Unless you've just done what I've done. I just got a War Boy perk.
Yeah.
But that's the
Try
thing.
not to go into too much detail, mate. No
It's a
spoilers.
perk. I bet you people have already looked up the perk thing.
I thought we were going to talk about one of the fights.
Well, no, I was just saying the Water Boy perk. I can go into water now without taking damage, radiation
See,
damage.
Water Boy makes me think of drinking water.
Oh. Oh
'Cause
yeah, I
it's
think
like-
I can also
yeah.
drink water. No, I do take a little bit of rad, but it's reduced quite a lot. But yeah, the perks, I find, I do have a little bit of a niggly bit with it, and I'm sure Leo would agree with me definitely on this, is that you have to have a certain amount of levels in the main one to get the perks. It's not just you can unlock these at certain levels.
Unlike the last ones
you
where your
have to have-
special would...
You have to have like 10 in intelligence to unlock a certain perk, but you'll have to spend the time leveling up the intelligence before you can get the perk. That annoys me slightly. And if you pick a bad start of the game, you're pretty much screwed.
Unless you're on PC with console commands!
And then I call you a cheating bastard.
I don't use console commands in my first playthrough. Second playthrough, who cares? First
But-
one.
Just warn people out there, it's not a spoiler, but it will help you. Check what you want when you get into the game. You will get another option after you pick the first time to change them before you go back into the main game. Use that time to look at the skill tree and pick what you want before you start. Well, I think
I agree
it
with you.
helps, and I'm sure you probably did it as well, Leo, just on habit of a Fallout game.
Nah, I knew what I wanted straight away, so...
You went a bit weird on my end then, but
I don't know. No, I knew I wanted from the
Yeah.
start, so...
yeah, I was the same. I knew what kind of build I wanted to go for, but I did check the perk tree out before I said these are definitely what I wanted, because I chose what I wanted. And when you exit the vault at the beginning, I'm not giving you spoilers by doing that, you get a second chance to change your appearance and everything. Before you do that, look up at the tree, say I want this, this and this, because it will matter at the start, and go with that. And I'm sure you'd agree with that. It's just a bit of knowledge for your sake.
I 100% back you with that statement.
I gave advice.
Thumbs up! Gold star for you!
And I'll also give you a fact, Leo, of the day before we end this, that you might already know and it will completely ruin my fact.
Okay.
The guy with the thumbs up and the winking at you, do you know what that's for? Because he's not giving you the thumbs up.
It's to do with to see if you're a safe distance away from a nuclear blast.
Well done, Leo. Well done. Give him a shiny.
Gold star for me.
So do you know how it works?
I don't know how it works, but I know
Okay,
the sort of principle behind
I'll,
it.
I'll explain it then. Basically, if you put your thumb up and squint and look at the explosion, if the blast is inside your thumb and you can't see the edges of it when it hits, you're apparently a safe distance away. If you can see it outside your thumb, you're in the radiation zone or you're about to die.
Thumbs up for dying.
So that's.
I want to
that's
hitch a
in fact
ride
how
from
it
the
works.
nuclear bomb.
So, getting to the end of this video then, for today, what would you rate this game out of 10? We'll do each bit. So, gameplay, what would you rate out of 10, Leo? And I'll say mine as well.
I'll give it a 9.5 out of 10 for gameplay.
I would give it a 9 out of 10. I wouldn't say it's best game of the world, but definitely. Graphics. This is
8 out of 10 because
PC only. PC only.
PC only 8 out of 10. It's not the best looking game, but then again they sacrificed graphics for content. So
Yeah,
but 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10. And I would totally agree with 8 out of 10 for that. The world itself,
I'll give it a 10 out of 10 for the world.
I'll give it 10 out of 10 every time. The size is just phenomenal. And it's not desolate, even though I'm technically walking in a desolate area right now, but
The irony.
if irony, it's actually, as you go through the game, it gets a lot fuller and a lot more lively. So, and that means, what was that?
Mechanics?
Mechanics, yeah, there we go.
I will give it an 8. But I'm going to give it a 9 because they really worked in the customization and settlement building.
Yeah. I would probably give it an 8.5 because though there is a lot of things in here, you don't have to do them. And I know people have been moaning about, oh, you have to do settlement building. You don't have to do it. Play the game the way you want to. And you'll enjoy it, whatever the case. You will definitely get a minimum of 100 hours out of this game, won't you?
Yeah, definitely.
Even if you just do the main story. Unless you're like a super gamer and you do it in 60.
About the sounds of the game.
Sounds of the game. I would only give it a 7.
Where's that?
I honestly feel the environment itself is a little bit lacking in noises. As you're walking around, it seems a bit eerie in the sense you could be in a city with people shooting trees or walking around them, and you definitely don't hear people going through bushes or anything like that. They are dead silent.
I would
I
agree.
I think with that added into it, and I mean it's me being nitpicky again, it would make it a lot more realistic. And the only reason I spot enemies half the time is because a dog barks at them.
I will agree with that. The sounds.
Or
I'd
you
give it
hear
a
your companion going,
7.
oh, look over there, as they run towards it and block your sights.
It's also the whole, like, you're walking through like a desolate town and you'd expect to hear the
Or yeah,
The wind
or something like that.
because there's
and-
no city sounds, so you'd hear all like more sounds if you're in like the forest. Like when you're in the forest,
And trust
you
me,
can
I
hear
live in the
everything.
forest. In the forest, you can hear everything. Yeah. And I mean the birds. Yes, well done, congratulations. But I don't care.
I'm changing my the
Oh, and
mechanics
the radio.
down to
I don't like the radio.
mechanics down to an 8 because thinking about it, I hate the fact that they don't shoot a gun. That really annoys me.
Yeah.
That's like my
Yeah.
biggest pet peeve with the game.
That's fair enough, man. I'm sure somebody will come up with oh, yeah, we're talking about the game not modded as well. We didn't put that out there because there will be mods for this game because it's a Bethesda game.
Mods are actually coming to console.
Yes, and I think it's a week after release, so probably like 3 days after we record this, there's going to be a mod on there, at least one.
There's already mods like a shader preset for the PC to change the colouring to make it slightly darker to give it a more vibrant feel. So yeah, there's already a mod out.
Okay, there we
That
go.
was in the first 3 days.
I was trying to make it sound like we got the game early. I've just started off a gunfight between 2 gangsters. Because I shot one of them in the
Against
head. That was really clever of me.
I know what you're doing. I remember that.
I'm not doing a mission though.
I think, well, companions.
5.
Really?
There's still 2. I'm gonna get in your way constantly.
I'm gonna go for a 7.
Okay. 5 for companions, apart from the dog. Apart
I'm gonna
from
say
the dog, I would definitely give a 9 out of 10 or a 10 out of 10 because I love the dog. Because he doesn't get in your way, he fetches things for you, and altogether he acts like a dog.
wolf.
Woof. I give it a woof out of 10.
Wolf out of 10.
Wouldn't you, dog?
I'm gonna say 7 because I enjoy the conversations you can have with them. But yeah, I'll agree. Them getting in the way is the most annoying thing. Let's just do an overall review,
Yeah.
like an overall review of the game. What's
Okay.
yours out of 10?
Out of 10, I would have to give this... Oh... It... just because of the sheer volume, and at the moment I'm going to give it an 8.5 out of 10. Just because at the moment I currently haven't finished the game, and I have no idea if the story is going to get better and things like that, so at the moment it goes at 8 out of 10 because of just small little niggly things, but if they patch those out, I'll give it a 9 out of 10, clear out of day. That's why I'm saying, for now, 8.5 out of 10.
Okay.
And what would you say?
I'm giving it an 8 out of 10 because for me it's more of the same.
More of the same.
It doesn't really feel much different from Fallout 3. It's just they've added in more content that if you modded Fallout 3, you could essentially get all the content from Fallout 4 if you modded Fallout 3. So for me it's more of the same.
Go buy this game. It's brilliant. If you're not sure about the game, I would
I'd
say
still pick it up yourself.
recommendations would be go play Fallout 3.
Yeah, play Fallout 3 first. If you like that, don't play New Vegas. Do not play New Vegas.
No, I'm gonna change.
Some people like it,
I'm
but-
gonna be slightly different. I didn't mind New Vegas, and I would say it's probably it's as close as you're gonna get as an ever reference to this game. I would say check out other Bethesda games, but I would say Skyrim is a bit too different in the style of it. So I would definitely stick with Fallout 3, especially if you've got a PC, Steam sale. Pick it up for £3. Give it a try if you like it, then pick up this game. And the Season Pass, I would wait till they actually release the DLC and see what it is beforehand. Even though I'm sure it'll be amazing.
And that, ladies and gentlemen,
I don't like paying for what I don't know.
is the conclusion of our review.
Yes. So, because you went for 8 and I went for 8.5, we'll give it an 8.25 stars out of 10.
Yep. A bunch of Spanish review for Fallout 4 is an 8.25 because we're awkward.
Because we're awkward and we can't keep the full figures.
Pick up this game, guys. You will love it.
Yep.
And thank you for listening / watching.
Yep. And I don't want to do this in this game. Oh, I'm
What?
doing it anyway. Bunch of spanners away! Oh, I'm gonna get lost.